Hi, my name's Miles Beckler, and in this video, I'm going to answer a viewer's question, and that is, do I need a business license in order to start one of these online businesses? Now, before I get too deep into this, a couple of things. First of all, I'm in the United States, and my knowledge does not expand beyond the United States. I really don't understand how it works in other countries. Number two, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a CPA. So ultimately, you will want to work with a lawyer and a CPA at some point. But me having gone through the process, I'm happy to share my take on it. Just don't take this as legal advice or as accounting advice because I'm not technically allowed to give that sort of advice. With that said, I've spent a long time understanding this. And the simple answer is no. You don't need a business license in order to start a simple affiliate marketing business. If you're going to sell physical products, if you're going to be buying at wholesale and selling, maybe. But ultimately, I think it's in most people's interest to create an audience and to sell affiliate products to that audience and or services. And for both of those, you do not in any shape, or form need a business license. So you are able to operate as yourself. It's called a sole proprietor is what you would be operating as. And essentially, you would need to fill out a W-9 form for whoever's going to be paying you. So if you're getting commissions from, let's say, an affiliate network like ClickBank, ClickBank is going to require you to fill out a W-9 form, and essentially you put your name, you put your social security number, you sign it, and you mail it to them. And what they do is they track how much money you earn, and at the end of the year, they send you a 1099 form. A 1099 form is essentially like an independent contractor's form. This is you being an independent contractor. And what this means is since you're not an employee, they don't withhold any taxes, they don't pay your unemployment insurance, and they don't pay into your social security. You're required to do that on your own. Now, there's some really cool benefits that come along with having one of these businesses. We'll talk about those, some tax deductible benefits. We'll talk about that on the next video. But for right now, you just need to understand that you're able to move in these directions. If you can start selling WordPress services, content writing services, any individual services, you can start right away. And when it comes down to the question of how do I get paid, generally speaking, they're going to mail you a check, or if you're an independent service provider, you would just use PayPal. You can send them an invoice, have them PayPal you the money. That's the simplest way to get started. Personally, I operated as a sole proprietor for years. At this point, I have started a corporation, and you would want to eventually start either a corporation or an LLC. And the reason most people go in this, there are two reasons most people go in these directions. Number one is you get some tax benefit out of it. As a sole proprietor, you pay self-employment tax, which is a little bit on top of a normal tax. It's a higher tax bracket. You can also get a little bit more of kind of protection, legality protection or liability protection when you use and structure some of these business models for you. But ultimately, you don't need to go out and start an LLC or a corporation to move in this direction. In fact, I think that's a hindrance. It costs money. It's like $800 to $1,000 minimum for the filing charges. And if you hire a lawyer to do this for you, it can easily cost you thousands of dollars. Now, one other tip, moving in this direction, just get started, right? You'll be using your social security number as you, and you'll be reporting income to yourself. Track all of the income that you make very, very religiously, and track everything you spend on your business for all the tools and all the advertising very, very religiously. I would recommend you go set up a separate bank account. You could run this all through a PayPal account if you want, or just set up a separate bank account at a different bank with a totally different card in your name and deposit checks you get in your name from the affiliate sales or from vendors and clients who hire you for services, deposit those into that separate bank account. When you have business expenses, if you want to pay for advertising, if you want to sign up for ClickFunnels, you would then pay for those business expenses out of that separate account. And what this will do is it'll save you a lot of kind of like mental challenges come tax time, because you do need to report all of your income and you are able to report all of your expenses separately from your normal wages, which is called W-2. So if you're an employee somewhere, you'll have W-2 income, and then you'll be creating 1099 income. Personally, one of the greatest things I did in getting started was hiring a really good tax person who's been able to help me kind of navigate this area. All of my funds went into one account. My personal stuff, my job stuff, my business stuff went all into one account. And at the end of the year, it was a nightmare. So if you're going in this direction, A, just jump in, get started, get running. But B, trust me, go start a separate bank account. You're going to save yourself literally dozens, if not hundreds of hours of hair pulling bookkeeping stuff by simply keeping your business expenses in one spot and your personal in a separate account. So I'm Miles Beckler, and thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate the questions. Again, this was a question from a viewer. If you have a question, leave me a comment below, or if you'd just like to get the next videos as they come out, click subscribe above, and I'm happy to share them with you. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.